Hello mga kachika, ito na naman ang inyong Lornang Chikadora at ngayon nandito kami sa Eureka. At may chika dito na ichichika ko na naman sa inyo, pero ang mister ko ang magchichika. My husband here will do the gossiping. Come over here. Come over here. You read this here. Mahusay sa English ito. Siya muna ang aking pagbabasahin. Ako ang teacher. Ito oh. And my husband is here to read about this history. Okay.
Northern Railroad tracks reached Eureka. It opened the world's markets to lumber products from the Tobacco Valley. The Eureka Lumber Company built the Big Mill in 1905 when it received a contract for 2 million board feet of timber from the U.S. Forest Service. The mill was one of the most productive in the Northwest, and despite several devastating fires, the mill flourished for 20 years.
20 years.
It was common for sawmills to burn down at least once, and many suffered from several fires during their extensive existence. The big mill was no exception, as fires struck in 1906 and 1914.
Oh, so the fire struck and it got hit, huh?
Right.
Okay.
Each time the company rebuilt, but in 1923, the mill's planer burnt down and the owners opt to not rebuild.
Oh, so they decided not to rebuild that. Okay.
The remaining inventory of logs was milled, and the mill was closed for good in 1924, leaving half of Eureka's residents unemployed.
Oh, so no work, huh?
A majority of the workers were forced to leave the valley to find other job opportunities. It was reported that nearly every other house in Eureka was deserted after the closure. The site of the big mill was along the Tobacco River, where the Tobacco Valley Historical Village is today.
Oh, okay, so that's where the mill was.
Charles Big Daddy Whale was the president of the Eureka Lumber Company from 1907 to 1923. Whale was one of the most influential men in the Northwest Montana. Whale served 2 terms in the Montana legislature and was a bank director for the Farmers Merchant Bank of Eureka and the Secretary of State Bank of Whitefish. He served as president of the Lumber Manufacturing Association and for the State Forestry Association. In 1917, he built one of the largest homes in Eureka, which still remains on the corner of First Avenue and 5th Street.
Wow. So yan ang chika tungkol dito sa Big Mill na ang may-ari ay si Will Big Daddy. Pero nalugi ang business niya noong 1924. So yan ang chika ni Lorna mula dito sa Eureka.